Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulation. So this game is one that flew under my radar. I actually had the developer send me a key. I didn't realize it. Sometimes we get keys sent in. Well, we actually get them sent in quite often, and I move them off into a list for me to kind of browse later and decide the ones I might want to try or not. And anyway, I sent a message to Sun Crash to get this game, as Tiny Pirate was talking about on Twitter, and I thought that looks interesting. Anyway, he got back to me and said, "Oh, I sent you a key a couple weeks ago." So, yeah, I was slacking. That was my bad. But here we are. We've got the game. I watched a bit of the video from Tiny Pirate, and again, I thought, this looks pretty interesting. And I have now played about 30 minutes to kind of get used to everything, and so far I'm really enjoying it. It's super fun. Now, somebody was telling me, I was talking about it earlier on a Discord chat, and I'll have a link down to our Discord chat, by the way, if you want to jump in there. We just kind of chatted up about games and stuff. But I was talking to somebody in there, and they were saying they heard it was similar to something like RimWorld. And of course, there's some similarities there as far as it's a kind of a colony simulation style game. We can get more people, assign tasks, that kind of stuff. But a lot of other differences, and I really liked it. So I just wanted to bring you guys in here. I'm not a pro at this or anything, but let's get started, and I think you'll figure it out pretty quickly. I still have a lot to learn, but we're going to kind of figure that out as we go. Now, I've got 3 people here. I have Mojo and Vortak, of course, going to bring them in here. And then I've got Weem, and hopefully we'll get some more survivors in here. So let's start getting some tasks going. Now, I can actually look at these guys and see their numbers. If you're familiar with RimWorld, I mentioned that one mostly because it's been brought up and I've played it a lot on the channel in the past. We have kind of the, you can see, like it says there, how efficient a survivor is in combat, so it talks specifically about that. And so we have these skills here. So Mojo does not have a tendency towards science, not happy to learn that, but is very good at combat. Vortak is great at farming, and I myself am good with combat. Crafting and farming, not so much. We do have a priorities list. We can drag and drop these around, so we may fiddle with that at some point, but for now I'll probably leave them alone. You can see I'm an addict. That plays into my skills. Vortak is a farmer and smoker. You can see how that affects him. And Mojo's a brute. Now we have nothing here. We need to really get this thing going. We are paused right now, so I'm going to jump into the build window here, and we've got instructions, but I've already kind of gone through those. We need to make a cabin. And this is how the crafting works, or the building works, rather, I should say, is you can look all over the map in places where you want. Now, I looked around a second ago, and you can see where my mouse is right there, actually underneath there, is a well. So that's a source of water that our characters are going to go bring water back to the base as needed. So I kind of thought it'd be cool to build close to that, but I don't want to move too far from middle since they are going to move all over this place to get materials. So if we're calling this the middle, I think I'll just kind of go up here a little bit, and we'll go ahead and stick that there and get rid of that menu. So let's go ahead and play. They're going to kind of head up in this direction, and I want to chop down some trees. You can see we have the tasks here, so I'm going to hit T, and I'm going to drag out an area here. So I've set a task for chopping wood, and they are going to get to that. That's where the priorities come in. I could rearrange it so they want to do other tasks first, but we're going to start there. Let's jump into the build. One of the first couple things they have you do in the tutorial essentially is build the workbench and not a workbench, a food table and a bed. So let's go ahead and get those down there. There's that and the bed. So when they're hungry, they're going to come eat at the table, and when they want to sleep, they're going to go to the bed. It seems like 1 is okay when there's just 3. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. They're chopping wood, and you can see the +1s over their head as they kind of gather those. It's pretty cool. I can actually bring up this window of tasks, and you can see what people are doing. Kind of a cool way to get into that. So let's see, let's set some more tasks up here. Something like mining these rocks. We definitely need more trees, so we'll chop these guys down here. You can replant trees, which is good. So we can kind of plant some more nearby. Now the cool thing is we can go over here and click things. You can see it's rubble, and we would get scraps and medicine from this. More scraps and medicine. So you can click the different things around the map and see what you're going to get from those. I think we have to actually place a mine on this. I didn't get that far, so we'll have to try that at some point. So if I kind of run through this, we have a base inventory, the tasks. This is for selecting things for people to do. The list of things happening right now, I kind of brought that up. We can build things, and we access more things to build through research. And So basically, if I mouse over, you can see we have various points needed in science to get that. So we need 20 to get the woodworking, and you can see what that unlocks. And to get that, we basically need to build the experiment table. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, actually. Let's see. Let me get that back in here. I think they can walk all around this stuff, so I think we're okay placing that there. And then, who is going to be our researcher? I'm going to close that. I don't think anybody was particularly leaning. Mojo is not into the science, and Vortek and myself are pretty much equal in that regard. So either one of us. But I do want somebody pretty much focused on that. Let's see. I'm not really good at much, and Vortek's good at farming, and I thought he had another benefit on there. Maybe I was thinking smoker. He's a great smoker. But anyway, Vortek being the better farmer, I'm thinking that maybe Weem should focus on the research. So what we're going to do is go to priorities and find scientific research. We're going to put that somewhat near the top. And we'll do occult research too, although we're not quite there yet. I haven't done anything with that in the first 30 minutes I was playing around. Now you can see Mojo is getting right into the research, but we don't really want her doing that. She's gonna blow something up, I think. So let's get her away from that. Sorry, Mojo, we're gonna move you away from the science. There we go. So we can see when we have people selected, we can see where they're going, so we know what they're going to be doing and everything. That's pretty cool. Okay, now, let me show you one of the really cool things I've been enjoying, or at least in that first 30 minutes, I actually went out and did some exploring and one thing and did some combat and everything, and that's what got me really excited. So we've got the map up here. I'm going to bring up the world map, and we get some instructions here. But here's our camp. You can see we have a legend over here, all kinds of stuff on the map. So there's different places we can go. Now I can actually left click these, and you can see over here what is there. So we got one miner, demon, and one imp, and we can see the loot that we're going to get. Now, if we click around, we can, again, just kind of see what those rewards are. You can see that you can get rescue missions, which is how you can get potentially more people into your group. And then we can also scout. So I could actually select something out here, scout, have the people go here and clear it out. I've never done that before. I just know that I can. In the first 30 minutes I played, I only went out to one place, did some scavenging, fought some demons that were there and killed them, and it was very fun. So I want to get back to that. Let's not do that. Let's get back to here. Okay, so we're crafting away. Weem is researching. We are at 9 research points, 10 now. So let's take a look here, because I think woodworking is one of the first ones I want to do. That gets into some really cool stuff. Animal research might be kind of cool as well. It gets into making like leather armor and everything, and I know that we can find hide out in the world. So that might be a cool thing. But I'm not really sure between these two. So if we get into the construction and everything, that's how you get to the mine, and I thought that would be kind of cool. So we would need 20 science or 50 science on the animal. So I think we will go woodworking once we get that in. Let's go ahead and close that out. Now the combat in this is pretty tactical. There's actually cover. It shows a little shield icon, very XCOM-like. And you can also flank enemies. So that's pretty fun. I went in and was kind of moving them around, and I was like, boy, this is really cool. This is a lot of fun. Like, typically in this kind of game, that's not what we're used to, you know, being able to have that kind of tactical combat when it's so focused on the crafting and the building. Usually the combat is not something you're highly focused on or that has much depth there. But even those two little factors, having cover, is just a really cool aspect of it, and the flanking as well. Very cool. So I want to get to that. Part of that involves making sure that we have weapons. So let's jump into here. Close that out. So right now I can make a club. You can see we have a lot of wood, so that's awesome. I'd love to make bows. We would need the workstation to do that though, so let's get that going. Now I don't have room. I wonder if you can, I don't know if you can build these outside. No, it's red. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to build another cabin. We have plenty of wood and plenty of scraps. So let's do that. Now, I did test this. I had my first 2 structures that I did. I put something like this, and they would not walk between the buildings, like in the corner between. They actually have to walk all the way around. So probably a good idea to leave a gap. So let's do that here. And somebody's going to have to go make that. I'm going to just send Mojo to go do that right now and get that started while Weem sleeps here. get this going. So let's take a look around the map a little bit more. We have a lot of scraps, just metal resource there. This may not require a mine. Huh. Can I, although I can't right click that. So we could collect the scraps, but I can't do that here. So I guess we have to have a mine for this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can try this. Quarry stone or clay, yeah. And we do have a mine. Mine metals or minerals. Build a mine on the resource first. So we can task them to do it once the mine is on there. So we're going to have to do some research again. That was in the... let's see, where was that? That was in this one, right? Yeah, off of the woodworking. So definitely want to do this. There we go. We have 31 and 20. Now I believe this is instant. Yeah, so we just have that now. And that means sawmill and boards we can do. And we need 60 more to move into the next step in there. So Weem has a lot of researching to do. But let's see. I actually want to see if the sawmill, can that be placed outside, I'm assuming. Yes, it can. Excellent. I want to read what that said really quick. Makes boards out of wood. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Let's see. We do have a large kind of forest up here, and we'll probably replant up top as well. So I'm kind of thinking that we make that up there. But let me look at that again. What does this cost? Stones we have plenty of. Wood we definitely need to collect more. So I might hold off on that just a bit. Let's get some wood chopped. And in fact, we'll just chop a lot of the stuff that's right here to clear to the well. Make that a bit of a faster trip. And we'll send both of them over there to do that. So I think we're okay on stone. Okay, we've got things going, still kind of chopping at the wood. Now, I just realized something new. I jumped into research and was checking here and thought, you know, I don't see anything about farming, and that's when I noticed a scroll bar on the bottom. So we have even more stuff to the right, but also to the left, all the way over here. So I thought to the left was animal raising, but we got a few more. If we look at water conservation, it looks like the unlocks are coming soon, so there's probably no reason really to get into that. But farming is over here. And we can do that now. So I'm going to do that because it unlocks a vegetable farm. And I think that'd be cool because we can actually, you know, start to make some things here. So let's see. I had not seen this one yet. You figure out how to farm, use this knowledge to build some farms. Yep. Resources are running low. You can chop trees for wood, quarry for stone, search for debris, build 2 vegetable farms. Okay, cool. So that's a thing we can make now. Let's hit build and see what that's going to take. We need more wood, which we're getting, and then... we're there, so we can do one of these now. We were trying to get wood for weapons and stuff, but the wood comes quick enough. So let's pan out here. We're kind of going to the water occasionally, gathering on this side. I think what we'll do is we'll do the farms down just kind of right up front here. I think that'd be good. So we'll do that. Let's see. This is our experimentation table. So we also are going to need a workbench in order to make that bow. That's right. Let's look into that. We need just a few more wood. Not a problem. I think we'll send Vortak up here to get wood as well. I'm just gonna go over here and make sure that that's wood he's going for. I think that's where he was headed. Okay, so let's actually craft as well. We can make a club, and I think what we'll do is one thing to note is when we send people out into the world, one person has to remain behind, so we can only take 2 people. So I think what I'll do is make 2 clubs and a bow, and then when I send people, it'll be a bow, 1 person with a bow, 1 person with a club. That's what I did when I was first kind of testing around with the game. I think that would work pretty well. So let's just go ahead and craft that. And then I think what we do is we give that to Mojo. We give her the club, just like that. So she's got the club, that's good. And then I think I'm the other one with combat, right? Combat 1. So I think Weem will take up the bow, and we'll go from there. Now, one of the things I forgot to check when I was playing previously was I made the bow and thought, oh, I wonder if you need arrows. Then I just left and went into combat, and it turned out he was firing. So he was firing just fine. So apparently you don't need to make arrows. Something to note there. Let's bring up research because I see we're at 46 now. What else do we have here? A stove, wheat farm and bread, a sandwich, and icebox. Now, there's some really cool things in here. I was kind of glancing through and just kind of checking out weapons and stuff. So there's a katana off of knives, which I thought was kind of cool. But if you come down here into the rituals section, so you can get some different, like, the demon stuff here or the rituals. But if you come down in here, where was that? I think it was down into here somewhere. There you go. Blessed pistol, sacred sword, demonite knife. some really cool stuff in here. So anyway, this could be really cool to get into. The instructions, I think, said the rituals take a while to do, or they're expensive, but can provide you with some cool benefits. So I definitely want to get into that at some point, but we might get to that a little later. We'll kind of stick with the kind of the basics right now in order to make sure that we get up and running and maybe get some more people in here. Then we can start experimenting with some of that other cool stuff. So let's see where we're at here. We're just a few wood away from getting the workbench. Let's just go ahead and speed this up a bit. Getting quite close. And kind of look around here. We can do sandbags. So that's cover for combat. That's pretty cool. We can get a training area, work up combat. Cool. Let's go ahead and get the workbench down now that that's arrived. And I'm noticing that Weem is indeed able to, he's been researching everything, but he's standing on the bed. So it looks like as far as the things put internally, they can walk around them. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. It might even be possible to rotate this table. I haven't looked into that at all. Probably check into the controls at some point, but so far so good. Now, some questions. Can we get attacked in this area? I don't know about that. I've been wondering about that. There is a mission window, so it's kind of got things that we should be working on, and this kind of progresses you through. I don't know if it progresses you through story or kind of progresses you through learning the game, but it could be that there's some kind of event where you get attacked here. Now, I have a feeling that is the case, seeing as how we can make sandbags, now that I'm thinking about it, that provide cover. So that's probably a thing at some point, but I don't know what triggers that or when. I can ask about that and find out, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just figure it out as we go. So let's see. Yeah, alrighty. Let's check into this again really quick. Can I make the bow? Yes. We'll make the bow, and then we will make one more club. Get those going. Now I think I said I was going to take the bow, which isn't made yet. Looks like Weem is making that. Yep. +1 bow. So I'll take the bow, and then let's see, Vortak. We will give him the club. So there we go. He's equipped. Even though he's going to stay behind, it's because he's just useless in a fight. And Mojo and I are not as useless, but okay, we're getting a message there. So anyway, I think we're getting ready to go out and maybe get some materials. But you know what? I might save that for the next episode because we're running up on time right now. But I do hope you guys leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the game as well. I would really appreciate that. And I do appreciate you guys, as always, coming in, stopping in, watching, following along with me. And I hope to see you guys here next time.